Hello, YouTube. Janet Rangi, welcome. If you are new on this, please consider subscribing. If you're coming back, okay, welcome. And thank you for always subscribing. I love you so much for always subscribing. So today I'm going to talk about the common mistakes people make when applying for benefits, okay, changing status or extending your status here in America. Okay, these are common mistakes. I think if you prepare, you should be okay. So, and also knowing what to expect. It's very, very important that you know what to expect, you know what you're applying for. So change of status is becoming very common. Not it has always been common, but most people are starting to know that this is a possibility. Number two, extending the visa is also a possibility because most people, when they come here now, they know, hey, I do not have to spoil my visa. There are legal ways, there are avenues, there are other benefits you can take care of instead of spoiling your papers. Don't come here and let your papers expire without having the information. Most of us who have followed Janet Rangi, we are past that. Now we are coming knowing that, hey, Janet said we don't have to spoil papers. You know, people used to spoil papers because they didn't know. They didn't know there were options. But we are coming in knowing there are options. There are legal ways for us to take advantage as we wait for things to work. But before you do that, it's important for you to understand what you're doing. I love you. I'll come to the comment section after this video. I want to actually focus on these common mistakes so you can be prepared. Okay. Number one, let me go straight to the point. Not understanding the visa that is in your passport. And you think that is common. You need to understand the laws that govern that visa. If you come here on a visiting visa, you should know the laws that govern B1, B2 visa. Tourism, pleasure, business, you should know the rules that govern that visa. For instance, you should know that you are not supposed to work. Okay? I'm not here to tell you not to work, but I'm just telling you that is what they will be looking for. So you have to be careful that you know that if you are to ever work, no one should ever find out. And where will you work anyway? I'm just joking. I'm joking. Okay? Understand that any temporary visa, when you're given, and some of you have to define what temporary means. Basically, it's not a green card. It's not a fiancé visa. Fiancé visa, they know you can come and stick here. They know that when you come, the American citizen can tell you, hey, stay around and I'll file for you. So they know that. The green card, they know that. Students, they know that you'll come to school and go back. Visiting, they know you'll come for graduation and go back. They know you'll come for the conference and go back. They know you'll come for any other purposes temporarily and go back. So when you understand that, you will know the language. If you want to use a lawyer, please do so. They have a very, very good place. And what I like about lawyers, they know things we don't. So us, we can give you what we see on the website. But them, with their legal ways, they know how to get you out of these problems. Don't get in problems in the first place, but in the event that you're in the problems, you need to see a lawyer. Okay? So if you don't understand the visa that you came with and the laws that govern that visa, then you are more likely to make mistakes. For instance, if they ask you why you want to extend the visa or why you want to change the visa, and you start probably saying stories that are not related to visiting, they can deny you because you are not sticking to the point. You see, or you come here immediately, you want to change. What is your intent, surely? You come to visit. So if you come here and you file immediately, they have a problem with that. Why are you changing status? You told us you're coming to visit. So that is a common mistake, okay? You have to understand that the laws say you come and you go back. But again, the same law has given you an avenue to stay. And no one can argue about that. But now they will have to look at your intent, okay? And the intent can be spoken or unspoken. You cannot just come today and next week you change. I mean, that is questionable, okay? Number two, when they ask you why, the wording that you are using the wrong words. You come to visit and you keep using words train. Train what? You don't have a student visa. educate, sell, buy, go and do a concert. You are not allowed to do those. So your language should stick to I came to visit, I came to tour, I came to visit, I saw, I experienced, I felt. Well, lawyers can fix me. I'm not a lawyer, although sometimes I feel like that should have been my profession. I'll be honest with you. I've not ruled out. I have not ruled out becoming a lawyer, but for now, I'm happy with what I have. You guess what? No, sometimes I don't know what I don't know. You understand? And so I'm just thinking, if it were me, I'm gonna stick to the right words. I came, I saw, I felt, I experienced, I toured, I enjoyed. It was pleasurable. Okay, the business conference. So those are the words that you're using. You cannot be using schools and training and no, 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 no. Okay, you cannot. You cannot show up and file the next day. I want change of status, quick, 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 because I need to go to school. You cannot do that. So those are common mistakes that people make. The intent has to be clear that you came to travel, you came to tour, you came to visit, but hey, you saw things and you are reconsidering and you want to try. Okay. Another thing is extension. When you extend, you have to be mindful of time. Many of you who've dealt with me, we've talked about this when you're extending your visa. They will backdate to the time you came in. Let's say you're supposed to exit in December, or let's say you're supposed to exit in June. Where are we? November, and you apply. Some of you assume that when they come back to you, they'll give you 6 months. Remember, let's say a visiting visa when you come, before we go to change of status, and you want to do what? To get change of status, but meanwhile, you feel like, hey, let me extend. Now you go ahead and extend, right? Remember, they gave you 6 months at the port of entry. 6 months. And then now around month 4, you decide, hey, let me write to them and do what? An extension. Some of you think if they come to you in November, they will give you, okay, now you can stay put. We'll give you 6 more months. They're supposed to, mostly they give 6 more months. And we're like, okay, now they've responded. November, I'm counting. December, January, February, March, April, May. Now I'll exit in May. I have time. No. If you are supposed to exit in July, they will start counting from July. Shocker, shocker, shocker of the year, shocker, shocker. But that's why Janet is here. That is why Janet is here. That is why Janet is here, is to protect us. Okay, we have information is power. Okay, they will extend and then they will extend and then they'll say, okay, you're supposed to exit when? July. Okay, 6 more months, ma'am. Congratulations, we've extended. They count. August, September, October, November, December, exit in January. And in your head, you've done the math of exit in May. Am I making sense? Right? So be aware of that. The paperwork is very extensive. Okay. That is, you better know that. You better know that. Okay. So change of status these days is good because once you change, you wait for them. If they delay, it's up to them. It's not up to you. Confirm with your lawyers, please. Confirm with your schools, please. Okay. But I'm just telling you that if you have this information, you are you are not likely to have problems because now you're equipped. You know when to which choices to make, and you know when to start. Okay, because you think maybe they'll give you 6 more months and they'll count when you receive the letter. No. Another thing, when they approve you for school, they might want a new I-20. Okay, so maybe you gave them a school that starts in January, but you've heard from them and it's May. They'll tell you, okay, when you change status, you used an I-20 for January or wherever. So can you tell us, show us evidence that the school is willing to admit you again? Okay, so be very, very aware. Be very aware of these facts. These are just facts Janet is telling you so that when you are making these choices, use the right words, time yourself correctly, make the right decisions. Is it extension? Is it change of status? Okay. And when you change status, you cannot prove that you did wrong things, like working. You show them taxes, it shows you worked somewhere. I don't know. Okay. Cutting ties. You know how we tell you guys, remember, before you come to America, how many of you've watched my videos when I say you need to prove family ties, you need to prove financial ties, you need to prove things at home. And when you come here, you think it's any different. You will still have to use the same information to extend, the same information to change. What makes us think, like after we change for you, what makes us think if we extend, you have no intent of staying? So those things don't cut ties. Don't cut ties with your telephones. Don't cut ties with your lease. Don't cut ties with your mortgage. Don't cut ties, because those are just proof. Okay? When you come here, you want people to communicate to you and even send you money, because I mean, how are you surviving in America? It's questionable. Are you working? Okay, that I just 8 points. I just bought the good one. Please rewind the video and take a pen and write that part. Okay, rewind the video and write down that part. Okay, you are not cutting ties. You are continuing with your bills back home. Telephone bills, you are continuing. Mortgages, you are continuing. They will come in handy. Okay, if you have a lease, you have it active. If you have a job, hey, why not? The job is active. They will write a letter and say, hey, yeah, this one is still on leave for 6 more months. But they know now you have a job to go back to. Okay, write that one down. You have to prove those things. They help a lot. Just because you packed and left and you thought maybe the temporary visa has ended, no, it's still temporary. Back home, they will ask, and here they will also ask. They want to know, who is this person? And how have you been eating? Have you been eating? Where have you been eating? Who has been feeding you anyway? Now, don't panic. Some of you, when you hear, now the good news, when Janet is here, she's here not to make you panic. She's here to make you know common sense. Okay? No, don't panic. Don't say, hey, Janet, say now, I don't know. I don't live with anyone. No. That's not what Janet is saying. What I'm saying is, at least we should see that money has been sent. Or if you have relatives there, they've been feeding you, right? But you cannot say, and another mistake. Okay. Now, when you are in the embassy, you told them you don't have any family members. Remember, I've always taught you this. Do you know anyone in the United States? No. Okay. And then now, 6 months down the road or 4 months now, you're extending your visa or you're changing, and show us how you've been feeding. Yeah, the reason I didn't get any money from home is because I was living with my relatives. Janet. Okay? Print these things. Please. When you go to the embassy, print that is your record. Just the same way you keep your record of your passport, I want you to keep your record of the embassy. Print it. Print your DS-160. Let us know what you said. That is a very common mistake. It's the same system. Computers work the same way. You understand? The same software can be opened anywhere. So you cannot say one thing there and you come here and you think, hey, I forgot. No. We are not going to have that. So if you didn't have relatives, no. Maybe you came here and you went to a church conference and you met a pastor, you met very good people who are willing to house you, then that's okay. You can say, yeah, I met some families here in America that were willing to help me through with food, accommodation, and transportation. So I didn't have to use my money from home. Or, I have my mother, I have my brothers and sisters here who are helping me. And that is okay, because from your application, that is even what you said. That you are, yes, do you have family? Yes. And they know, and it's in your record. Yes, of course, in that case, it's proper for you to explain that, hey, I have no intent of staying here. I have not held any job. I have not done anything. I've been supported by ABCD. and the record has to be the same. Okay, we cannot be saying one thing here and then we come here and then we change stories, because the computers can. And that's why I always tell you, even when you are filling these green cards and you say, I don't know, I will just omit my children. Okay, you can get away with it because they will never find out. But when you come here now, now, Janet, I have my children, I want to file. And then you are like, okay, maybe you don't even know Janet. You decide to do it yourself, or you go and do with a lawyer, but you don't disclose everything. Now the lawyer is busy filing for your children. And then the day of background check, in your mind, you're saying, hey, background check, I am clean. I've never done anything wrong. I've never been in problems with the law. They've never arrested me. They've never done this. So I'm good. I'm a good citizen. I pay my taxes. I do everything right. Okay? And then you think that it's a police report, only to find out that actually they are going to your records to see what you said. So background check does not just mean, it means calling people that know you. It means going back in your past and seeing what you said and seeing what they can pick from there. That is a common mistake. So what am I saying? Be present. Be present in all your applications. Be present with all your intent. Okay, be present with your mind. Okay, be present with what you're saying so that it can be consistent. Always, it has to be consistent. And let me tell you one thing before I go. These are some of the things you have to watch. That I feel like sometimes it's good to have a lawyer, but these are the things I feel like knowledge is power. And sometimes people can misuse you if they don't know, if they think you are not smart enough to know. Case in point. Okay. Sometimes an employer can like you and they need you so bad. And then they decide to keep you. They're like, hey, we'll give you everything. We'll give you a green card. We'll change for you status. Don't worry. Okay. And then for sure they do. They start the process. Okay. And then even the lawyers are very active. They've been given the job and they ask the questions and they do the right thing. And then all of a sudden, it just goes quiet. And that is okay. Some of those applications take time. But I think you need to have a copy always. Me, when they were applying for me, my benefits, my lawyer used to send me copies. Looking back, she was a very good lawyer. She would file something, send me a copy in the mail. She'd file something in the event that even if we did not continue with that relationship, I could have picked up with another lawyer and they will know exactly how far I had come. You see? But now if you don't know anything, the employer goes quiet, the lawyer goes quiet, and you have deadlines to meet. This is the only time I tell people take matters in your own hands. And yes, I've been successful. I'm proud to say some of the people will never have the courage. Janet has to take the courage for all of you to come in front of the camera. Okay, I take the beating for you for your sake. Some of you, if I tell you to come and share here, you will not because of the confidence. Okay, but let me just tell you, I've been successful. I've been successful several times now, where cases have been in there with an employer, cases have been in there with a lawyer, and the days are going and they've gotten, like you have 60 days to respond and no one is responding. My friend, I am going to respond myself because no one said that you have to have a lawyer. No one said that you have to have, the employer is nice. They already put in papers for you. Why are you letting that chance go? Okay. So I've been successful where the lawyers had gone quiet. And I said, my friend, this is your life. Respond. He responded, he said, oh, okay, but we told you this. And no, but you gave us, look at the letters that were sent to me by lawyers. We are still in the grace period for the pandemic. Okay. Guess the messages I received. Janet, thank you so much. God bless you. The green card is on the way. Now, if you had stayed at those, remember, by the time my client is meeting me, not even a client, my simple consultation, which some of you will go and pay 5,000 and then your case will stay, or you go and pay 10,000 and your case will be staying. Someone chooses to come and pays $99 on my website and he gets a green card for life. And then you are busy there wondering why you should pay $99. Do you see the impact? Do you see the impact? When you have to take matters in your hands, it's knowledge. It's knowledge. And my clients is not like these people who just came the other day. These are people who've been in America 10 years or 15 years, but they happen to go to get an employer eventually, and things just stopped and the deadlines are coming. And we review. Yeah, I like how they say this. Why did they stop? Are they trying to say, in my where I come from, they say "Hakufukuzaya hakuambii toka." Whoever wants you to leave will not tell you leave. They will just start doing some weird behaviors so that you can read between the lines and leave. Okay? I'm like, my friend, when that deadline comes, the next letter you will receive is removal proceedings. Now you'll be going to the judge and asking for favors to stay. So don't reach that level. Write and go and write proof. Yes, this was there, this was we filed here, this is what happened, this is give explanation. But they send you a letter and you keep quiet. But the lawyer has not done anything, but the employer is just quiet. I have tried to call them, I have tried to talk to them, and they're not doing, they're just dragging, and now I have like 30 days left. Hey, no, it has worked. Okay, if I open the phone, I've seen, Janet, I am in disbelief. It has been approved. Okay, knowledge is power. Okay, and when people sense a weakness, sometimes they can play around with you because they think you're foolish. But when you are armed with knowledge, people will calculate themselves before they approach you. They have to calculate. They just have to calculate themselves. And that is what we call mutual respect. Don't tread on me. I'm not going to tread on you. Right? Calculate yourself carefully before you come to me. Have your facts right. Okay, you just have your facts right. I'm telling you. Okay. Now we are very happy with that. Always arm yourself with knowledge. Look around your environment. Look around who is watching you. Okay? Are statements changing? Do not open your mouth towards anyone. Rule of thumb of rule wherever. Okay? Silence. You provoke me, silence. You will never win. I'm telling you, you will never. You never, ever, you will not. Okay? Sometimes when you see people playing around with you, all you need is just keep quiet. Keep quiet. Okay? Let them be like the Chihuahua. How many of you know Chihuahuas are here in America? Little dogs. They're like, and the big dog is just looking like this. When will you be done dancing? You understand? So please be very, very aware what you write, how you sound. Okay? Take matters in your hands, especially if deadlines are looming. And some of you, when you write to me, say, "Hi, my DS 20, my DS 260." No, not DS 260. My I-130 was approved, and I've been waiting at the visa center for years. I did a video recently. We don't know. There are delays, of course, but can we find out if is it delays or we are lacking information also? Do we know our receipt number? Do we know our A number? Can we go and check our names? If you can check your name there, you know, of course, everything was done. But if you lack that information, you're busy waiting, children are being born, seasons are coming, Christmas, snow comes, everything, you're still waiting for the same results. And you do not even have facts if these things were filed. Or they were filed, but the evidence was not given, and so the file fell off. Did you know that sometimes when they approve these benefits, they can give you 6 months or 1 year to respond? You've been online for 15 years, and maybe now you have 1 year, your case is current, but you didn't check. After 1 year, it falls off. If no one ever followed up, you don't know. I've given you an example. I had a nurse I used to work with from Germany. She was a permanent resident with a green card. She forgot to renew. She was just working basically, and then 10 years went by so quick, and you think it's a joke. After I finished my master's program, the lady that was helping us pass exams said, you know, you have to keep up. You have to keep up with these licenses because 5 years go. Some of them certification, they take 5 years. Licenses is 2 years. I'm telling you, before you know it, it's time to renew. Before you know it, it's 5 years down the road. So you really have to keep yourself abreast, knowledgeable, checking, taking matters in your hands necessarily, okay? Not in a bad way, but just to protect yourself, doing your research, knowing the right things, the right people to ask, and the right questions. And by the way, you'll never ask the right questions if you do not have the knowledge. Okay, thank you so much. I have so many comments today. I don't think I'll go through them. I'll probably call your names. Okay, thank you so much for coming. Remember to subscribe. If you need any help, of course, I help people if they come to travel. Their plan is to go back home, but if they want to change their status, they come and ask questions. janetrangi67@gmail.com. janetrangi67@gmail.com. Rewind this video, get that email again, or janetrangi.com. Sometimes people say, Janet, how can I contact you? I know you did not watch my video. And you can hear from my lips. And you say exactly, Janet, say Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. And if I don't know her spellings, I'll go on her channel and I'll find her names. And I'll just say janetrangi.com. And it has come from her lips. So if I find that website and I see that number and I text her, she's real. Okay? Thank you so much. I love you. 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 Okay? Yeah, okay. Saida, thank you. Okay, Nish, Barbara, Nancy, Keith, Rosalind, thank you, Nixon. Okay, Geoffrey, nice to see you. Rachel, we are in good hands. Okay, our team knows everything about you. Okay, Rachel, thank you so much. Rachel is one of us. Okay, Rosalind. Okay, thank you, Lizzie. Okay, Lizzie again. Yes, Ashley, nice. Virtuous mother. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Thank you so much. Kibet, good morning. My neighbor following from Nandi, Kenya. Yes, I'm the neighbor. I'm the neighbor. Okay. My village, where I come from, where I grew from a village called Tarbo. How many of you come from Tarbo? Are you saying my neighbor? Yes, I'm from Tarbo. Okay. We used to grow a lot of corn. We are corn farmers. We feed all of you. When you complain that you don't have maize flour and ugali, it's us feeding you. Okay. Thank you so much. Good to see you. In other words, your president is my neighbor. Did I ever tell you that? And by the way, my uncle, which you know how sometimes your uncle is your uncle just because they fall in a family. Okay. And the president's wife, anyway, I don't know. I know where they come from. Okay, I know where they come from. Now, me, I come from Tarbo. Okay, that is where I come from. Mumias, I don't know where, whichever one, but you'll never find me there. Okay, thank you so much, my neighbor. Okay, Lynn. Okay, hi Janet, please answer me. I stopped in O level now. I want to apply for a student visa. Advise me, please. Yes, that is high school, 4 years. You should qualify. Okay, you try and apply somewhere and see if you'll be denied. I don't think so. Just because you didn't go A level, some countries they go A levels, that means 6 years of high school. Here it's 4 years should be enough. And if you got an O level certificate, I think you should. That is my opinion. Rosalind, how nice. I was checking out the community college initiative program, but Kenya is not on its list. Do you know of any other sponsorship for Kenyan? Rosalind, watch my videos. Me, I'm not into sponsorships on scholarships. There are many people here who are going to school and they don't need scholarship. If someone gave me a scholarship, I'll appreciate. If someone gave me a sponsorship, I'll appreciate. But it's just not the right approach. Okay? That is, you fear this money because you're there, but when you're here, trust me, these things are doable. Okay? Yes. Kagoma, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. You settled in Kenya from Rwanda. Love you. Winfred, how are you? Jolly, how are you? Okay. Yeah. We are Mildred, watching from Pacific Isles. That's a beautiful name. Joki, hi. Lucy, hello. Okay. Find my website and you'll find my contacts. Van, how are you? Wishing you all the best in those who are in the States. Here we go. Nice. I love your house, Janet. Give us house tour. Yes, I will. Okay, I will do that. Those are very popular. I remember I made an apartment tour. Is it 2 years ago? I'm going to make this house tour. I think you like it, right? You like the decorations? Yes, I will do for you. Okay, just for you. Who is that who wants my house tour? I'll do for you. Who is that? I lost you. Okay, it's Njoki. Njoki, I'm going to do this tour for you. When I do a video, you remind me this video is going to be for Njoki. Don't say, Janet, you're showing us our house. Njoki asked me to ask to give her a house tour. Janet shall deliver to her subscriber. Okay, Njoki, I love you. Emily, how are you? Okay. If I want to apply for masters, no, there's no age limit. 65 they apply for master, 70 they apply. Okay, if your bucket list is to jump from the plane down, they don't care. If your bucket list is to go to school one day and become an accountant, no one will stop you. Okay, Moses, hi Janet, I love you. Brian, how are you? I'm Brian from Kenya. How can I get to you? Okay, I just described. Rewind. Sabrina, please like the video, guys. Nice. People are very supportive of me these days, my subscribers. And it's working. Okay, Sabrina, it's working. Christine, thank you always for helping us make good decisions. Thank you so much. Hi, Rangi, can someone go to apply for student visa to interview outside home country? Go to apply for student visa to interview. Yes, you can. In fact, there are two options, and I'll do that video again. You can choose to exit, get admission. If you came on a visiting visa, you get admission, you exit, you go back home, you line up, get student visa. Or you can choose to do it within. I hope I answered your question. Papa Fiki TV. Hi, Janet. Hello, Wycliffe. We are grateful and we love you. Peter, thank you so much. Peter, hello, Jano. We love you and I love you back. Producer, hi, Janet. I've applied for married and planning on marrying my girlfriend from the AG office after we win, but I'm afraid we don't have all pictures in case. Take them now. You don't know if you want. Start now, right? Okay. And always use a lawyer. Let the lawyer certify that information. You have no idea how this affidavit of signatures with affidavits are very, very important. They are legal documents. If a lawyer goes and says, you've known each other for long, you're together in college, and you show pictures and everything, okay, yeah, anything you do and you are not sure in that embassy, enter with a lawyer statement. Okay, thank you, Joyce. Wash Wanda, hi Janet, where do you get those lawyers for the embassy, or any lawyer can help you? You cannot, most of the visas you cannot appeal. Remember, temporary visas, you are asking, you are a guest. You cannot go to someone's house and start claiming that you have rights. They have to open the doors for you. So those lawyers just become necessary once you're in here and you think they can help you. Maybe you made a mistake, maybe you overstayed, maybe something happened, you are caught in problems with the law. So you need a lawyer. You cannot just go filing yourself, because in there they'll ask you, have you ever been? If it's a yes, you better have an explanation. But outside, the lawyers from your country can still write letters on your behalf. If you had a name change, if you had children issues and one parent needs to come and all that, you need to have an affidavit signed by your lawyers in your own country who have licenses in your local country. Okay, but you cannot challenge the embassy with their decision. It's final. They have to choose to welcome you in their house. Okay, sometimes there's that confusion where people think we don't have any rights. Okay, we don't have any rights. Even them, when they come there, you have to open the door for them. Okay, yeah. And that's another mistake people make even here. When I first came, there was this, the nurse was just excited. I can't believe you're alone. We need to write to your Congress. We need to write to a congresswoman, so they can expedite your process. They don't know, they are very innocent. And if there's anything you don't know, the law is the law. No one is above the law. So you cannot even claim that you write to someone, congressman, and they will improve your case. In fact, it will just make it worse. Okay? But for by any means, when you are home, there are things you can use local lawyers just to help you boost your case at the embassy. Okay, but you cannot challenge the embassy decisions. Maybe green cards, but even with those, it's a mountain to climb. Okay, because those ones are written into law. When you win a green card, it was written in their laws that you win it. Okay, but just because they denied you a visiting visa, you cannot. Their decision is final, and it's very clear. They know that. But you are welcome to reapply if you didn't do a big mistake. Okay, you didn't overstay. You did not fall in trouble. You know, maybe you are just it's not up. They didn't believe you this time, so you just have to make this application stronger, and then you go back. Okay, it's okay to go back, but always try the first time to hit it nicely. But if not, people get denied and then they make a strong case the next time and they explain why they came back and they explain why things have changed. And it's still okay. Some of the problem with some of you get so discouraged. And many people here in America, they came second, third time. I'm telling you. First timers are there, like us. Don't get me wrong. But for the most part, there are those who tried and tried. They get denied, they don't give up. But some of them, they go back without fixing anything. That's why you get denied 2-3 times. But by the time you reach the fourth time, now you get the point. But it doesn't have to be that way now that you are following some of us. You can try the first time and do the best. You put your best foot forward. But for the first time, it's okay. You can always go back. Okay, you can always go back. Hey, I found you live, Jodiah, right? Who is that? Haman, hello. Okay, that was Wash, Wanda, I answered. Van, okay. Kendra, nice, I love you back. Okay, okay. Ibrahim Sahid, thank you so much. Naima Omar, hi Janet. Do people with green card in America got the chance to come back home and visit you? Of course. The green card, so long as you don't stay more than 6 months. Okay, if you overstay on 6 months, they can lock you out. It means you've not made up your decision. Remember, green card is permanent residency. And if you have permanent residency for 5 years, in our case, 5 years, there are many times when you can have less years and still get citizenship. When it gets to 5 years and you want to become a citizen, they will look at your travel history. And if you've been traveling so frequently and each time you go 4, 5 months, almost 6, they know that your heart is not here. And do you blame them? No. Because these are issues of allegiance. You have to be able to accept your new country and pledge allegiance in front of a judge. Okay, but certainly you can move. You can keep going. But for the other temporary visas, you always want to know what you're doing before you exit. Okay, yeah. All right. Jemima, thanks. This is very helpful. Okay. And hi, Janet. My son got his F1 visa on Monday. Yay. I'm telling you, they are getting. Your videos were very helpful in this preparation. Thank you so much, Anna. I'm telling you, and I know she's a follower. Subscribe. If you're coming here for the first time, we welcome you to the team. We welcome you to our community. We welcome you to Janet Rangi. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain, like Anna and the son. Welcome. Okay, stay strong. Very nice. We love that testimonial. Information is power. That's what Alan is saying. And Eunice, thank you, Janet. Virtuous member, I thank God that I've got your number from the website now. Okay, thank you. I'm Haman from Uganda. I have 3 names in my education papers and my passport. I have 2. Can that result in deny a visa? No. Your birth certificate and passport should be the same, though. Try and make them the same. If not, fix the passport. Use our lawyer for affidavit. Hi, Janet, can you help scholarship in Canada? Again, scholarships, I don't believe in them. I'm not a believer of scholarship. Okay. Good morning, Janet. I'm looking for B2. My uncle resides in USA, Chicago. Can I change to student visa once I arrive there? But you cannot say that, especially not here. You cannot change. Yes, the law says you can, but that should never be your intent. And that is the whole goal of this video, okay? The goal of this video is to make you understand that your intent has to come and visit your uncle and go back. Okay? That is always your reason why. And no one in this page is encouraging you to change. Okay? But, just know, again, the law allows you to change. Okay? So, and that's why we are doing this video. We cannot have those intentions. Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for the college answer. Mindset change. Thank you, Roslyn. Yeah. PG, hi, Janet. I have a meeting with you pending on embassy coaching. Yes. By the way, when is your appointment? We need to start early. Do I have to write everything on DS 160 from the time I finish my high school to date, even if it's saying 5 years of previous work? You follow directions. They asked 5 years. If it's been 10 years, don't put 10 years. You put 5 years, whatever they asked. Okay? Don't volunteer information you're not asked. Okay? Yeah. All right. Sylvia. Now, Aren, been following your videos since 2020, just waiting for embassy interview. Congratulations. The desire will make you succeed. You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. Very nice coming testimonial. Sylvia, we are waiting. I'm telling you, I have loyal members on this page. They remember Janet with her videos, always encouraging you. You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. You never give up. And some of you, you've fallen. That is when it makes sense to you. Is this what Janet used to mean? You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. My friends, we've fallen so many times. It's how you stand up. It's how you stand up. It's not how you fall. If you fall and you fall flat and you start waking up and crying, then that is different. But if you wake up and you dust yourself and you start all over again, that is the spirit. Okay. Thank you. We are waiting for you, Sylvia. Okay. Johnston, let's eliminate sponsorship and scholarship mentality. Now Johnston is been following me. Johnston, you know, some of them are meeting me for the first time. They don't know what I mean by that. Okay. And exactly that mindset is what has been making us not come. Because we think you have to have a scholarship and you have to have a sponsorship to make it. I came to America with $200 in my pocket. $200 in my pocket. But I had the right mindset. And you are coming, you know, Janet. At least you can go in her videos and get guided. Whom did I know? No one. Risk taking. I believed in the country. I've had America, these are possibilities. Me, I took the plane with my $200. What is behind me now? What is behind me now? $200. If I was to wait for scholarships, it's the mindset. Okay, you just need to know that that land here, if you work hard, if you put in the time, if you organize yourself, it's possible for you to move from point A to point B. It's possible for you to take your own hands and pay for that fees. And I love you. I love you. And by the way, those who are following me for the first time, we love you because now you are getting orientation from Janet. Okay. And can I give you facts? We always say you don't have admission, but you're thinking of scholarship. And I always make fun. Scholarship to where? To the moon, to space. Your school is in the moon, it's in space. You haven't gotten admission, but you're asking for scholarship. That's point number one. I love you. I love you. I love you. So now, if you're following me for the first time, I love you. You start by applying to school and you see what that school has to offer. And in fact, when you get admission, then you can go asking around on the website, on the World Wide Web, on a philanthropist and say, hey guys, I have this scholarship here. Can you help me? I mean, I have this admission. Can you give? At least now you've made an effort. Okay. Yeah. So that is just, and then secondly, the work of your hands will pay. And then another fact that I always say, if you are the best student, where you came from, but I've seen people who did not even perform well, but they're asking for a scholarship. If you did not even perform well at home, how are you going to ask for a scholarship here? And then also, if you want a scholarship here, you have to put in the effort. You have to pass the IELTS, the SATs, the what, GRE. You still have to be a cream. And so Janet is saying, do you want to focus on being a cream or do you want to focus on opportunities? Okay. And the word is opportunity. And understand how do people make it. Okay. And I know where we come from. Sometimes jobs are hard. Everything is hard. So these things look like they're impossible. But you have to, it's the mindset. It's the mindset. A scholarship is not coming. And I've always said, if you go to a university and the first thing you're telling them, do you have scholarships? I've tried asking for scholarships and they have promised me, because they just don't want to be rude. They're in the business of making money and you're busy asking for a scholarship. They will not give you admission. No wonder if you get denied admission, just not because you talked about scholarships too much. What you're telling them, you do not have the ability to pay, and they will deny you admission. They'd rather deal with American students who will get student loans or student aid who will pay school fees. Are you seeing that mind? And Janet is here on the ground and she's telling you it should not be about scholarships. Okay? That mindset will take long, but one day at a time. One day at a time. I've always said, even the aid they used to give your countries is what has let us down. And I'm here to teach you how to fish, not to give you two fish. Empowerment, understanding how to look in the right places, how to go to the right places. Okay? Because it's the mind. You will get that school, you will go there without 0 cent, and you will graduate. Trust me. Will it be easy? No. Okay? Yeah. Janet, I've tried to book appointments. So just text us on WhatsApp. We'll give you some. Will help you. Okay, with the websites. Oh, thank you so much for answering me, dear. Now I should apply in community college or university. Yeah, try, Lynn. You have nothing to lose. And actually, community college. Good morning, Janet. Great info. Yeah, Sylvia, Naile, ya wedding, Janet. We love you there. Okay. Okay, Sylvia, now once the wedding, there's a video you said for one to match you. Lazima ufanye masters and above. When I come, I will look for you. Okay, testimonial. Very nice. Masters, they give loans because loans are only for 2 years. Okay. So if you are doing bachelor's degree, they can give you the last 2 years. Alan, and I'm closing. I don't want to go about 15 minutes. Janet, thank you for the videos. They were very helpful, ma'am. My mom was able to file for my small sister on CR2 visa. She's now in America. More money in our pockets. I mean, in Janet's voice. Oh, I feel good when families can only be talking testimonials in their homes. I love that. Isn't that nice? Yes, you're following Janet for the first time. My Facebook people, my YouTube people, congratulations. Tell your mother I said hi. Okay, tell your mother. I always say when I'm talking to you, I say, tell your mama. I say, Janet said hi. Oh, Janet, she's not gonna believe I spoke to you. Tell them, yes, you spoke with me. Okay, you just didn't speak on YouTube. You actually picked the phone and spoke to Janet. So say hi to your mom and say hi to your little sister and celebrate. Congratulations. Okay. Okay. Juma, hi Janet. So happy to get you live again. You are an awesome girl. God sent. One change school course or arrival. Yes. Arrival bachelor degree, but previously something else. Can one change school and course? Yeah. But arrival is too soon. Again, I said do the general requirements that will apply in any course. You might have to finish a semester and change the next semester. But of course, you come 30 days before school starts, you might change. It's possible. Hey, doctor. Today, my husband is watching. Honey, you better hide your name. Otherwise, they'll come for you. You know these people? I have a very handsome husband. You better hide your name. Who told you to put yourself there? I didn't mention. I'm not going to mention my husband, but he's watching. Okay. Okay. You know, I do videos on Facebook and I make jokes. I say, I'm not going to show you. I will never show you my husband. I will never show you people. Okay. But he's watching. Today he found time. Thank you for your support. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now this is for real. You know, you guys are always say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Now husband is watching. I love you, honey. Okay. Now you can't feel bad. All of you are always, I love you, Brian. I love you. This time the husband is there for real. He's saying, continue with the good work, honey. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now you know that Janet has a husband. Can you do a video on common questions asked when one is going to visit? Yes. PG, thank you. Thank you for answering my question. I'll be booking an expedite on the 6th of November this month. Okay, we'll be waiting for you, PG, and thank you so much. Did I miss someone? Musa, can you do a video on common questions asked when one is going for a visiting visa? Okay, I can do that. Godfrey, every day mind expands. Yes, my goal is to leave you better than you found me. Okay. Yeah, Nafisa, how are you? Beautiful. Can I be your friend? No, husband is watching. Don't say that. Okay. All right. Let me ask this, Miss Janet. Can I go to US Embassy 3 times a year? Yeah. They don't stop you how many times you go. Okay, thanks, Jan. Okay, thank you, thank you. Hi, Janet. We would like to take pictures, but I'm out of the country apart from my girlfriend. Maybe you will have messages showing that you're together. Always use lawyers, guys. If you have to prove that you are, but you can't say you've never met, surely. Okay, that will not be very good. Zachary, hi Janet, 2023 winner, can't wait to join you. Congratulations. They started processing you October. Okay, you can come this year as early as this year, but welcome 2023 from January. Godfrey, okay. Blessing, thank you, Janet. We are learning a lot. And that is my goal, is to leave you better than you found me, right? Okay, Baraza, please be encouraged. I love you. I love your talks. Thank you so much. Okay, and Sylvia is like, I'll come to US. Now, wow. Okay, and then you'll do a video just like Janet. You're very welcome on this hot seat. It's a very easy seat. You think it's easy until I bring you here. Sit here and see what is happening, you know. Victor, how are you? Good morning from Moranga. Victor, thank you so much. And Mwangi, hello, Janet. You inspire many. Be included. Oh, me included. Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, for following. Johnson, I'm looking at the clock. Hello, Janet. You inspire many. Johnson, Sylvia, nurse practitioner is the way. Very nice. Natalie is just laughing. Natalie, Janet is funny. Okay. Janet is funny sometimes. Okay. Okay. That one is asking. Okay. Okay. Okay, Johnson, I see your question. I used your expertise and apply for DV Lottery 2024. I'm excited and believing I will. Yes, that's the right mindset. I mean, you have to believe you'll win and you'll win. True? Okay. Yeah. All right. Big sister Janet, please. I have a national diploma and higher national diploma, which is 4 years program. Which program did you advise should I take? Looks like a bachelor's degree. You can't go any lower, right? It looks like that's what you need. Thanks, Janet. They're in Texas now. Wow, Alan, very nice. Congratulations. And Naima, when you apply for DV lottery and you have kids, do you include them or you leave? Hey, go and watch my video. That is a serious question, okay? You always include your family, okay? Okay, always. Hi, Janet, quick question. In case you win a family of 4, is it a must to process everything together or the principal applicant can go first and the rest join later? You have to go get the visa together. Then the rest can stay if you don't have money, I don't know. But always look at how long you have to travel. And the embassy will tell you, ask that question. How long is this visa? Because don't overstay and then now you reach the port of entry and they can't let you in. Thank you so much for always coming. Merci beaucoup. Kwaherini. Asanteni sana. Muchas gracias. Zikomo. Adios. Until the next time, let me go talk to my husband. He was here. I don't know if he's still there. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, my friends. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe and go to janetrangi67@gmail.com if you need any applications, or janetrangi.com for any questions. I will see you in the next video. Okay. Bye-bye. See you guys. Bye. It's been nice talking to you. Okay. Bye-bye.